ChatGPT just secretly launched GPT 5.6 Pro and a bunch of other brand new updates that you probably haven't heard of yet. But don't panic, because by the end of this video, you're going to learn about all these things and what's coming next. So that first new update that we need to discuss is going to be 5.6 Pro actually leaking on Codex. So if we are over here inside of ChatGPT, we come into the model selector, we can see it's still GPT 5.5, but there have been so many articles that have come out exactly like this, with ChatGPT users reporting that GPT 5.6 got leaked on Codex because it is so much stronger. And we could see there are tons and tons of these. And I want to show you some examples of what's been coming out because it's pretty insane. So this right here is going to be the first example of what came out. So we can see on the left-hand side, this was created with ChatGPT 5.5 inside of Codex. But once 5.6 got leaked, they made what is on the right-hand side right here, which looks literally a million times better. The website looks better. The design looks better. It was created faster. And this is overall just way better experience right here. And look at this. The upgrade is massive. The changes are really huge. And it's just a way better website on the right. In addition to this also got leaked right here. And I want you to look at this. This coding right here looks as good, if not better, than what I was seeing when Mythos or Fable was getting leaked from Claude, but obviously that's been crawled back. The design work here is absolutely incredible. It finding custom fonts is incredible. This all looks really, really impressive, and this is nuts. But what really blew my mind is this one right here, where this user claims that they one-shotted recreating the Sims right here from GPT 5.6 Pro from inside of Codex. And this is absolutely incredible that they were able to do this. So what you could take away from this right now is, one, go to Codex and see if it feels smarter, if it feels better, if it feels like it's using a brand new upgraded ChatGPT method. And then the other thing to take away is ChatGPT 5.6 and ChatGPT 5.6 Pro should be launching next week officially. And what you're going to notice with these models is, one, they're going to be way better at coding. Two, they're going to be way better at design work. Three, this is where I really think ChatGPT is actually going to take back Claude's ability to kind of surpass it right now when it comes to coding. And I think Codex is going to begin to become more popular than Claude Code. In addition to that, I also think that a lot more people are going to switch back to ChatGPT, because if you have ChatGPT Enterprise, you essentially have a tool that is better than Claude Cowork and Claude Code. The second update that we need to talk about is they have gotten rid of Pulse inside of ChatGPT. If you remember what Pulse was, it was basically where they would give you news updates every day. But now they've completely gotten rid of that. And what you need to do now is, if you come over here into schedule, they've given us a brand new experience here. We could see right here that they have a bunch of automations that we could set up around daily briefs, around email monitoring. They have one for the World Cup because that's going on right now. Weekend long read, sales monitor, concerts, weekend ideas. In addition to that, you could come over here and just describe what kind of task you want to be able to schedule out, and you'll be able to schedule tasks, set reminders, or monitor for specific updates. For example, let's say I wanted to do this daily brief one. I could simply just click right here, send me a daily briefing about the topics I care about most. This will now go through. This is actually going to ask us a handful of questions about what we care the most about. For me, it's going to be these things right here. Going to click on next. Going to take these two, and then I'm going to want this early morning. And now this is literally going to go through, and this is going to create this scheduled task for me. And this is pretty awesome. And what's great about this is, one, it has all of your memory. Two, it has all of your context. Three, you can connect this to tons of different apps right here. So we could see that this is now going to be created right here. And if we actually click into this, we could see exactly what it is. We could see what the prompt is, when it's going to be repeated, what time, when it's going to stop. And if we wanted to, we could pause it. We could come over here and see our other scheduled tasks. We could actually get this to send us notifications on our phone or inside of ChatGPT. This is a pretty awesome experience. In addition to that, if we click on the left-hand side right here and we click on settings right here, we're going to see that we can now come over here into apps, and we're going to be able to actually come over here and download a bunch of different apps. If we click on add more, this will bring us into the actual app downloader right here. And you can see that ChatGPT has now gone ahead and added in tons of new apps. In addition to that, if you are on the enterprise version of ChatGPT, you will be able to add in your own custom MCP, so you could hook it up to anything that you want without having to go into developer mode. So I would strongly suggest doing that if you really want to take advantage of this. Now, before I get into the rest of the updates that you need to make sure you're paying attention to, I wanted to remind you to smash that subscribe button if you want to stay up to date on the latest and greatest changes in AI. I upload videos like this almost every single day, and you're not going to want to miss them. Next thing I want to show you is that Codex has a brand new plugin. So now if we come into plugins on Codex, under productivity, we are going to see record and replay. This is absolutely insane. What this is going to allow you to do is inside of Codex, you are going to be able to record your workflow. It will be able to replay it. It will be able to automate it. It will be able to continue to do it. And this, I think, is where the internet at large is going to be going. You're going to be able to record your screen showing exactly what you want done. And then AI is literally going to be able to automate it. So look at this. This is exactly how this works. We're going to click into this right here, record my workflow, turn it into a usable skill. And now this is actually going to go through and this is going to record whatever is actually getting done on the screen right here. And then this is going to go through and this is going to replay it. It knows exactly what's going on now. It's able to now come over here and we're able to do it, come into this and boom, it could automate whatever you want. And what's pretty crazy is that this isn't only going to be for coding. For example, ChatGPT released this example here around upload this video using this right here. And then essentially what you do is you record yourself uploading a YouTube video or doing whatever task or whatever thing that you want. And then Codex turns that into a repeatable skill that it can continue to do. It can replay. So it's literally as simple as you recording, doing something once, doing a workflow once, and then Codex is able to repeat that. It's able to replicate that. You're able to automate that. And this right here might be the biggest AI update that I have ever seen coming out of one of these frontier labs. Now, the next updates I want to show you are going to be back inside of ChatGPT right here, because now you can get ChatGPT to do things like create interactive charts. For example, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to say, can you create an interactive chart / module inside of this chat that helps me calculate how much money I can afford to spend on a house. Now, what this is going to do is this is going to take into consideration all the different variables that might be able to go into this. And this is actually going to create this chart. It can create pretty much anything that you want that you can actually interact with right here. So we can see that this has now gone through and this has actually changed this. And what we could say is, can you add in knobs where I can adjust my income, rate of interest, etc. And this is basically allowing you to code things up that you are going to be able to view directly. And now what this is going to go off and do here is this is going to create an interactive HTML calculator right here that we are going to be able to interact with directly from inside of here. And then what you could do is you could actually come over here and you could pin this if this is something you're going to want to use all the time. You could share it with other people. You could add people in a group chat and actually have this inside of here. And this is pretty cool because this basically allows you to spin up these different widgets, these different tools, these different charts, these different tables directly inside of ChatGPT here. They could even take advantage of the data that ChatGPT has access to, the memory that ChatGPT has access to, and this is pretty awesome. Because now if we click on this and we actually open this up right here, we could see exactly what this looks like. We could adjust what our income is. Actually, let's make this full screen so this looks a little better. We could adjust all of this. We will have to fix this UI right here, which is just something that I could go back and forth with this over. But this now, we have a housing affordability calculator right here, which is amazing. We could adjust what our income is. It changes off this. We could adjust what kind of down payment we want, what the interest rate is. And this is pretty cool that we're now able to do this. We could also show the code here so we could copy and paste this if we wanted to put this on a website, we wanted to put this on a landing page, we wanted to put this on something else. In addition to that, if we come over to new chat right here, we could also say something like, I am trying to get a refund from Delta for a flight that they canceled. Can you draft email for this? I am very angry. And then guess what this is going to do? This is actually now going to open up this module right here where we can actually choose who is going to be receiving the email. Subject line is already in here. Email is already in here. We have things that we could fill out right here. And then we could literally send this or open this directly inside of our email. So now from ChatGPT, we could get it to draft emails, we could get it to send emails, we could get it to actually create emails inside of our email client. This is awesome, and I absolutely love that they gave us the ability to do this. And then that last upgrade and change that I did want to show you right here is now from voice mode inside of our settings right here, we could see that we can now change and customize this with way more ways, with way more voices. In addition to that, we could choose to use the advanced or the standard voice model. We could choose what language, and it actually has way more languages in there now. In addition to that, when you're actually using voice mode, you're going to want to make sure that advanced is on. And from a mobile device, you're now able to actually like change the orb, move the orb around, and do a bunch of different cool things. In addition to that, allegedly, ChatGPT is going to be launching a new voice mode in the upcoming weeks that will be by far the best voice mode that exists on the market right now, and I am incredibly excited about that. In fact, here is essentially what has been leaked on this. So one, it's going to be advertised as a major leap in intelligence, factoring the current experience is powered by 4.0 is quite expected. We could also see that users will be able to choose between instant, medium, and high levels for voice mode. It'll be rolled out gradually. EEA, UK, and Switzerland users will get it later, per usual. And then also, BiD is going to be bidirectional, meaning that it can listen and speak at the same time, which is insane. It's going to be like a real person. Now, if you enjoyed this video, you should check out this video right here that walks you through a bunch of other ChatGPT changes that you might not have seen yet. I'll see you over there.